Hey there everybody, my name is Luther. This is Luther Plays Games, and welcome to our Let's Play of Dark Souls 3, which will finish off the Dark Souls trilogy. We've already done Dark Souls 1 and Dark Souls 2, and it's time to move on to the final game in the trilogy so we can get it done before the Elden Ring drops. So,
yes, indeed.
I'll fix the lighting while you watch this.
It is called Lothering, where the transitory lands of the Lords of Cinder converge. In venturing north, the pilgrims discover the truth of the old words.
You know, I don't know if I've ever watched this entire cutscene.
When the link of fire is threatened, the bell tolls, unearthing the old Lords of Cinder from their graves. Aldrich, Saint of the Deep. Farron's undead legion, the Abyss Watchers. And the reclusive lord of the profaned capital. Yon the giant. Only in truth, the lords will abandon their thrones. And the unkindled will rise. Nameless, accursed undead, unfit even to be cinder. And so it is that ash seeketh embers.
Alright. So, I asked Twitter to tell me what build to use. Did not get a whole lot of votes. I wish that I still had the ability to set up stuff on my actual channel. And the choices were a sorcery build, a pyromancy build, or a strength build. And strength and pyromancy tied, and I think I'm going to go for another strength build. I did sort of a strength build for Dark Souls 2, which wasn't as strengthy as it could have been. Yeah, I think the warrior build is what we'll go for. Pyromancers just aren't as much fun to me, and they come with a lot of, you know, the big built-in weakness of, you know, that, if you're fighting something that's got some sort of defense against fire, then you very well could be in trouble. What do I want here? Let's see. This one is not really as big a deal as a couple of the other games gifts are. We're going to do the life ring for right now. Not super concerned about how he looks. It's a waste of time to spend too much energy on how your characters look. One, because everybody kind of looks goofy, and two, because you spend a decent amount of the time in the game not looking like yourself anyway, so that's good enough. Builds are all about armor and helmets. Alright, so a little bit of background information. Just like the other two Dark Souls games, I have played this repeatedly. I have beaten it multiple times, so this is going to kind of be a combination of a guide and just a regular playthrough. There's not really any secrets that the game holds for me at this point, although I'm not going to pretend that this is going to be a 100% walkthrough, because there will be stuff that I don't feel like doing, and I don't have the game memorized to the extent that I can do everything. But I'll mostly be, you know, talking through strategies and things like that, and generally trying to be useful to people who have not played the game before. So you have two different Estus flasks in this game. Every game so far has changed how the magic works. I will not be using Ashen Estus flasks at all, because those are for magic, and this is not going to be a magic build. This is, I think, the only Dark Souls game that does not start with your character in jail. Beware the archer over here. Basically, this is just the basic starter area. You know, there's nothing... This immediate area, at least, there's nothing that's that big of a deal. Progression is this way. I'm going to go ahead and show you something over here, and I'm actually going to... I might end up getting killed right away, because I'm going to start off by trying to take this guy over here out early, and that might be a dreadful mistake. But, you know, whatever. So, if you have not played the game before, that little crystal guy there is going to be attacking me in a second. It is worth it to run in here long enough to grab the goodies and then run back out again. You absolutely do not have to fight this guy right away. And, like I said, I think this is probably going to be a mistake. We'll see. Ah! Yeah, we're leaving. My timing's just not good enough yet. He will follow you a little bit of the way, but he won't follow you too far. And I'm just not going to mess with him right now. But I think there's another thing behind him as well. You can always come back later. There's no reason to fight him right away unless you are really good at the game or you're showing off. So I tried to show off, and chances are in a try or two I could have beaten him. My timing's a little off right now because I haven't played this in forever. And I'm not quite fat rolling, but I'm mid rolling. Forgot to say praise the sun. Praise the sun. Where's the sun? Praise the vague direction of the sun. First bonfire. Just like every Dark Souls game, resting will reset all your stuff and will also reset all the bad guys. Keep your shield up as you come through here if you have a shield already. Ah! These guys are sometimes a little bit more aggressive than this. And if you didn't do a strength build right from the beginning, I'm one-shotting them, but pretty much only this build is going to one-shot these guys. Alright. Loop back around over here. And that, you hold down the circle key. I missed. I'll try again once or twice. You can actually make that jump. It's kind of tricky, but it is makeable. It is also distinctly possible that I need to take off some of my armor to be able to make it, because I am a little on the heavy side. Alright, that's the first boss. Yes, there is a boss already. Ow. Grab some firebombs. Firebombs can definitely be useful. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take off all my armor. Yeah, I mean, you look... This is why I didn't spend too much time worrying about doing anything with my character in terms of his appearance. Ah, missed. I'm sure I remember what that is. And we're going to try... Yeah, we're going to go off this rock. That might have been the mistake I was making, too. Ah! One more try, I'll make it this time. This is why this is not being called a 100% guide. Because so far I've tried to jump off a rock and beat a bad guy, and I've screwed them both up. Ah! Got it. There we go. Don't know why I needed that. Titanite shards. So you use Titanite shards to beef up weapons, just like... I think they were called Titanite shards in the previous games. Alright, so now we're going to put our stuff back on. Again, this will reset all the bad guys. No need to try and make that jump again because this is gone. Dodge out of that way. Alright, so... go ahead and enter the boss arena. Don't panic just yet. There is nothing in here that can help you or that you can grab. You cannot get past him yet. As you approach, see that sword stuck through his chest, and there's some slimy stuff on his back. What we're going to do is we're going to pull the sword out, and as soon as we do that, he's going to come to life and start attacking us. This is a two-phase boss. First phase is not bad. Second phase is significantly more aggressive. I'm not going to be too surprised if he kills me. Starting off by hitting him a few times is not a bad idea. You can see he's already got some damage done. Ow. Alright, this is now the second phase already. And he's a lot scarier, he's got a lot more range, and he's a lot more dangerous. Ow. Got it. I feel like it's possible that the audio is super, super loud. I will check that after the first episode and adjust if I need to. So yeah, I kind of made that look like not much. He's tricky if you haven't played the game before. So you want to use like a distance attacks work against him pretty well. So sorcery and pyromancy aren't bad. This build isn't bad because it combines, the high hit points with the heavy hitting. I've had a lot of trouble with him with builds that make you work up close and don't deal a ton of damage. So if you start with, one of the other starter builds, if you're trying to go for a dex build or if you're trying to go for faith, something like that, he can be serious trouble. And then it will, I don't actually know that I like this. I think I did. Let me make sure. No, I still have one Estus flask. Okay, so yeah, make sure to light the bonfire. You do still have the coiled sword. And one other thing that I didn't do, we're going to go ahead and put... We want this under equipment. We're going to go ahead and put those fire bombs on. Any build can use the fire bombs against him. They can come in real handy, but of course you only have 5 of them, so if you use them and then he kills you, it's not like they're going to come back. Alright, now this area leads up to right there, which is the hub area for the whole game, but let's wander around a little bit. Ow! Worth pointing out that like a lot of the rest of the games, there is no way to level up until you are past him. Although, unless you're brand new, it's also not super likely that you're going to lose all your souls before you beat him either. It's not impossible, but I've probably done it, I'm sure, at some point or another. Watch out for the archer. Ow. Alright, look around over here real quick. That's the entrance into the main hub area, so if you want to, you can just go straight there. I'm going to walk around a little bit more first. If you're worried about keeping your souls, there's a dog over here. If you're worried about keeping your souls, go ahead and go straight in. Bye, dog. Embers are what restores you to full health and full functionality. If you look at my character, you can see he's kind of burning in some places, and if you look in the top left, you see that icon next to my health and everything bar that looks burny. When you are embered, you are at full health, and you get about 20% more health when you're embered than you do otherwise. If you lose your ember, you lose that. If you die, basically, you lose that. And let's see, I don't remember if there's any goodies down here. There's that in the tree. And then I think I can just walk up and grab this. Yes. The east-west shield. This guy, you can see him up there kind of guarding. I'll let him come down after me a little bit. Another don't mess with him until you're ready type of scenario. I'm not going to worry about him right now. He does carry the Uchigatana, which is one of the best dex weapons in the game, and definitely, God did it again, definitely one of the best dex weapons this early in the game, if you can manage to kill him, which is not necessarily the easiest task in the world. I think that there's a cheese strat where you can get him to fall off the ledge that I've used a couple of times, but for right now, we're just going to ignore him. We'll come back and beat him up later. So, I think that's pretty much everything that's out in this area. So we're going to head back down a little bit and pop ourselves in right here. Welcome to Firelink Shrine. The 4 thrones are for the Lords of Cinder. That is, well, you know what? We'll show you later. For right now, let's go down. Talk to her right now if you want. Probably better to put the sword in place first.
Welcome to the bonfire, unkindled one. I am a firekeeper. I tend to the flame, and tend to thee. The lords have left their thrones, and must be delivered to them. To this end, I am at thy side. Very well.
Alright, now you are
Then
able
touch
to
the
level up
deep
if you want to.
nourishment from these sovereignless souls.
And let's see. I'm going to go ahead and start by getting my vigor up to 20. I think that's going to be my first priority. So, got it up to 18 already. I don't think that I have... Oh, don't hit her, by the way. It's just bad. Don't do it. No. Right there. You want to do use selected if you want to do more than one at a time. I don't know if this is going to be enough to get me another level or not. We'll find out in a sec. Alright, so 1556.
Produce the coiled sword at the bonfire. The mark of ash will guide thee to the land of the lords, to Lothric, where the homes of the lords converge. Ashen One, to be unkindled is to be a vessel for souls. Sovereignless souls will become thy strength. I will show thee how, Ashen One. Bring me souls, plucked from their vessels. Ashen One, sovereign. I'm Ashen One.
Okay, same stuff.
Very well. Then touch the ignorant.
Oh, I do have, okay. So, almost enough to get up to 20 right off the bat, which would have been nice.
Farewell,
Alright.
Ashen One.
Wouldn't be Dark Souls if there wasn't a sad boy.
Ah, another one roused from the sleep of death. Well, you're not alone. We unkindled are worthless. Can't even die right. Gives me conniptions. And they'd have us seek the lords of cinder and return them to their moulding thrones. But we're talking true legends, with the metal to link the fire. Not fit to lick their boots. Don't you think? What a sick joke. Asking us to seek the lords of the talking true legend.
Alright. So you do actually get an opportunity to fight him later on. I have never beaten him, now that I think about it. I've only fought him once or twice, and I tried a few times and decided it wasn't worth it.
I've not.
She's a vendor.
I'm Ashen One, as is that.
Yeah. Shouldn't be anything that you particularly need from her right away. Actually, you know what? I'm going to buy a torch. If you have 300 spare souls, go ahead and buy a torch now, just in case, because there will be places in the game later on where you absolutely need them. So it's good to have one pretty much no matter what. And then we have...
Well, a newcomer. I am Andre.
My boy Andre.
I serve at this shrine as a humble smith, forging weapons. You're in search of the Lords of Cinder, I trust. A toilsome journey, I'd wager. You'll require good arms. Let me smith you weapons. I am a smith. Such is my purpose.
The other two games have made you look for the smith, or at least find stuff for the smith. I'm going to turn off. You can spread these out however you like. If you're playing a spellcaster, I do 2 and 2 or 3 and 1. This guy will never cast any spells, so we're going to go 4 and 0. And even if I change my mind later on, I can always come back and do something with that. You need at least 2 Titanite shards to beef up any weapons. So even if I could, I'm not going to beef up my axe just yet.
Weapons and protection are sturdy enough by and large, but when overused, they'll eventually break. When their durability is low, repair becomes a necessity. Use a powder, or simply rest at a bonfire, but should chance impel them break, bring them me. I'll hammer them back into shape. So handle them with care, if you would.
Alright. Generally, you don't have to worry about your weapons breaking. Right now, let's see, eventually there's going to be a lot more people down here. Right now there aren't. Let's see, 3 minutes. Let's go talk to the little lord over here. So, the back of each of the thrones has the names of who belongs there. So, Aldrich, and then this is Ludleth the Exiled. He's actually still here.
Unkindled, and a seeker of lords. I am Ludleth of Corland. Look not in bewilderment as I say. I linked the fire long ago, becoming the Lord of Cinder. If substantiation be thy want, set thine eyes upon my charred corpse. This sad cadaver. No need to be coy. Have a closer look. Knowest thou 5 thrones will take 5 lords as kindling for the linking of the fire. The fast fading flame must be licked to preserve this world. A reenactment of the first linking of the fire. So it is, I became a lord of Cinder. I may be but small, but I will die a colossus.
Alright, so Ludleth will eventually be able to transpose weapons for you. So basically to make boss weapons. Right now, you don't really need him for much of anything. Let's see, and then that's Ludleth. And then this one is Lothric. And then the Watchers of the Abyss and Yorm. So those are all bosses that you will have to defeat at some point. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and we'll save it for next episode. So there's a few other things tucked away in here that I want to show you before we move on. Actually really just one. But we're going to go ahead and call this an episode right here before we head up and do that. So if you're having fun, leave a like and a subscribe, tell your friends. I'm going to check some audio levels and then go ahead and record episode 2. So I will see you soon with more, and thank you for watching.